Live from my spare bedroom here in Pflugerville, Texas, this is the Thank You for Your Service podcast. My name is comedian and retired American veteran Jason Vest. You may know me from hosting the Prettiest Butthole in Michigan competition, or maybe you saw one of my lying recruiter videos. I don't fucking know. Welcome to episode 7 of this podcast. If you watched episode 6, I appreciate you, and if you didn't, I don't give a shit because I'm new at podcasting. I know I'm not very good at this, but I will get better. I'm no Joe Rogan, but one day, they will call me Whole Rogan, guys. I'm still not sleeping. I'm staying up all night watching these sourdough bitches on the internet. I got this one chick I'm obsessed with. She has these big ass sexy forearms from kneading that dough, but this bitch has chipped nail polish, and all that keeps running through my head is, bitch, your nail polish is chipped because it's flaking off in the dough, bitch. Everyone eating your loaves is gonna get fucking cancer, you stupid bitch. Handle your shit. If you're a sourdough babe and you follow me, you shouldn't have polish on your nails, bitch. You're gonna get everyone sick with your fucking nail polish infused cancer loaves. Handle your shit. For those of you that have noticed, I have been on a curly hair growth journey. I used to have long curly hair down to the middle of my back, and then one day I just got tired of that shit and I shaved my head, and I'm growing it back. I've also been obsessed with these curly hair creators on the internet. These bitches' curls be looking fire. This one woman in particular that I follow, her screen name is the Curly Creole, and every one of this woman's videos starts with, "Hey, my babies." And when she says that shit, my heart fucking melts. This woman looks like someone I could tell all my problems to. It's more than just hair for me. I got a lot of issues. I got mommy issues, guys. I got mommy issues because my mom made me trim her toenails when I was 8 years old with my teeth. I also have mommy issues because my mom would never let me be a Boy Scout because she thought that the scout leaders were going to molest me. My mom was like, "Jason, you're very molestable. You can't be a Boy Scout because the scout leaders have fucking AIDS." And when I was in middle school, you would see those kids with those Boy Scout uniforms at school, and I was fucking terrified of those kids. I thought I was going to get AIDS from them. I remember one time I was hanging out in gym class with my boy Richie Bloomfield, and he was like, "Yo, let's go talk to Adam." And I'm like, "Bro, I can't talk to Adam. He's a Boy Scout. That motherfucker has AIDS. I ain't getting sick." Guys, my mom fucked me up, and I feel like I can explain all of these issues to the Curly Creole and she'll just get me. I don't fucking know. But please give this woman a follow if you are a lover of the curls, if you're a lover of seafood, if you're a lover of all things Louisiana, give this bitch a follow. Curly Creole, I salute you. Thank you for your service. What's next? Let's see what's next, 'cause my throat hurts. So I've been getting some hate from the internet. There is a guy on Instagram threatening to report me to the National Guard because of my lying recruiter videos. His screen name is Drew Wyoming. He further states that the National Guard is going to recall me back to active duty, prosecute me for my recruiting fraud, and throw me in federal prison. Drew Wyoming, I've got a few words for you. I'm not fucking scared, motherfucker. I do not believe Drew Wyoming is a real person. I believe this guy is my former cross-dressing supervisor when I was on recruiting duty for the Michigan Army National Guard. This dude was a real piece of shit. Every day he'd be like, "Jason, you're such a pussy. You're so gay." And then he started fucking one of my recruits and he knocked that bitch up. That bitch sent me pictures of him in full drag once she found out that motherfucker was married. I took those pictures and I distributed them to everyone I worked with. That's how much this guy was a piece of shit. And I know he's mad. I know he's watching right now and he's like, "That motherfucker." And it's like, bro, I'm not shaming you for wearing women's shoes. I'm not shaming you for wearing makeup or women's lingerie, motherfucker. I just think you're a total piece of shit. And if I find out you're the one that's fucking trolling me, maybe I'll let those pictures just get released into the wild, motherfucker. Fuck with me and find out I am a fucking cobra, Drew, Wyoming. I am a cobra. I am a motherfucking cobra. You do not want me to bite you, Drew, Wyoming. I'm also getting hate from this dude. He is a bodybuilder that happens to have a colostomy bag. I made a video recently talking about having sex with my mom's best friend, Bernice. Bernice was a stripper in her 60s that had a colostomy bag. I fucked that bitch in her colostomy bag hole, and this guy got really upset. He sent me a message, and he's like, I'm just gonna read you what this guy sent to me. Shame on you, bro. There's nothing wrong with having a colostomy bag, and you should have just left that part out of the story. Sincerely, someone who has more testosterone in his pinky than you have in your body. Be a man, or at least an adult, ostomy and proud. Well, I'm glad that you are proud that you have a colostomy bag, and you may very well have more testosterone than me. I creeped on your profile and you are jacked, but I don't care how much muscle you have, you piece of shit. You're still shitting in a bag, and that has to fucking suck. And then this dude sent me a message, and he's like, your wife would love to be with someone like me rather than someone like you. And I'm like, nah, bro. My wife would be totally creeped out if she had to suck a guy's dick who shit into a bag. In fact, I bet it's a real nightmare for you to date. I bet you don't tell bitches on Tinder you are bagged up until they're sucking your dick, and that bitch is watching your shit bag fill up with poop, motherfucker. Fuck you. My response to this man was very simple. I'm like, first off, for marketing purposes, you should change your screen name to The Bagged Bodybuilder. And I also told that dude, I'm not making fun of people with colostomy bags. I am a veteran of the United States military, and you cannot call yourself a veteran if you and your battle buddy never picked up a big bitch with a colostomy bag at Applebee's on Veterans Day, and both you motherfuckers plowed that bitch in her shitbag hole at a La Quinta Inn because your boy has a baby mama, and if she found out, she would get fucking pissed. You can't call yourself a veteran if you've never done that shit. Thank you for your service. So you know what, bagged bodybuilder? I don't know where all this aggression is coming from. I think you are poop bag projecting. I'm sorry my story has triggered your shitbag confidence. I don't fucking know. I pray for you to find some peace, get some therapy, get some help so you're not as angry. Although if I was shitting into a bag, I'd be rather angry as well. I salute you, bag bodybuilder, and I thank you for your service as well. But if you come in my comments again, piece of shit, I'll unleash the poopyverse on that ass. I don't even know if I'm gonna put that in. So I just switched gyms. I go to Lifetime Fitness now, and I love Lifetime Fitness. I used to go to Planet Fitness and this other gym here in Pflugerville called Cowboys Fit. It fucking sucks. And now I go to Lifetime Fitness. It's expensive as fuck, but Lifetime Fitness makes you feel like you are better than everyone else. I go to Lifetime Fitness because I am better than all of you. When you walk into Lifetime Fitness, every one of them motherfuckers working at Lifetime Fitness is dressed like they work at the Apple store. They're in all black like fucking ninjas. They got headsets on. They're handing you towels. The place is fucking spotless. I love Lifetime Fitness, but it takes me longer to get home every day. Typically, I go to the gym in the morning between 4:30 in the morning and 6, and my drive home takes me a little longer because I live across the street from a school. And every day I see these people driving their kids across the street to the fucking school, and they're clogging up traffic. It takes me 20 minutes to get to the gym. It should take me 20 minutes to get back, but it takes me 35 fucking minutes because these motherfuckers are driving their kids across the street to the fucking school. Why? Let your kids fucking walk. When I was in school, and I don't want to sound like an old man here, I do not want to sound like an old man. When I was in school, I was in marching band. I played the fucking tuba. My mom would not give me a ride to save my fucking ass. I would walk to school carrying that fucking tuba. I would walk home carrying that fucking tuba in the snow, carrying that fucking tuba. I would ask my mom, can you give me a ride? She's like, Jason, I don't have gas money. And I never understood why my mom never had gas money. That bitch smoked 2 cartons of cigarettes a week. She was a chain smoker. In middle school, my mom bought our clothes with Camel Cash and Marlboro Miles. I was that kid in middle school with the Joe Camel jogging suit. Everyone looked at me fucking weird. I stunk like fucking Camel cigarettes. My mom bought our first bikes with Camel Cash and Marlboro Miles. Now that bitch smokes through a hole in her throat and she's like, Jason, I sacrificed so much to buy these bikes for you. That bitch had to smoke at least 36 cartons of cigarettes to buy my brother and I bikes growing up. I don't fucking know. She didn't need to do that. I wish she would have just given me a ride to school, but it made me tough. Make your kids fucking tough. Don't let your kids be fat pieces of shit. Make them walk to fucking school. It shouldn't take me 35 minutes to get home when it should only take me 20, motherfuckers. Yeah, let your kids fucking walk. It's Texas. It doesn't fucking snow. It barely fucking rains. It's always warm. Let them little motherfuckers walk. I think I fished that lake dry on that. Last week I talked about the Kill Tony show and I talked about taking a break from stand-up comedy. Some people have been in my DMs like, don't quit comedy because of a bad set on Kill Tony. Guys, I'm not quitting comedy. I'm just taking a break. I have nothing but love for the Kill Tony show and Tony Hinchcliffe. Me stepping away from stand-up comedy is a personal decision for me. My mental health is shit. I have severe attention deficit disorder, and to focus on podcasting, content creation, and stand-up comedy, it's too much for me, and I have to pick what I want to do. And for me right now, financially, I ain't doing so hot. I quit my job to do comedy 3 years ago, and I haven't made a lot of money, and I don't see any other way for me to turn a profit right now except for my online following, trying to monetize that. So that's what I've been focusing on. Is your boy is broke and I'm trying to find a way to monetize my social media, and I just want to make that a priority right now. I am not permanently quitting comedy, but I also have to realize too, I'm 46 years old. I've been doing stand-up comedy. I'm going on my 5th year now, and I moved to Austin because I wanted to see if I could get a shot at the Comedy Mothership. It was something that was a goal of mine. It's Joe Rogan's comedy club, but I don't really think that that's really a realistic goal for me. I think that it's maybe something I could do in the future, but what I would need to do to get to that level is be out 7 nights a week at open mics, and I don't have time for that. I'm not one of these people that has endless time that I can spend at open mics. The screening process to get picked for the Comedy Mothership, there's 1 open mic a week, and there's 18 slots. Some of those slots I think are spoken for, some are just a random draw, and there's a lot of comedians. There's a lot of people that have moved to Austin because of the comedy explosion, and it's great. But what that's done is made the market super saturated, and for me, I don't think that the Comedy Mothership is a realistic goal. I performed there twice. It went really well both times. The people at the Comedy Mothership told me I did a good job, but I just don't want to keep showing up there every week, standing in that line to get told no. But if you are one of those people that stand in that line every week, more power to you. It's just, I'm at a point for me where I'm doing a little bit of self-reflecting, and I don't know if I want to dedicate all my time to stand-up comedy. So I'm just going to circle back around and say I did not quit stand-up comedy because of the Kill Tony show. I'm just taking a break to focus on other avenues and other more profitable avenues. That's it. That's it, man. Another reason I took a step back from stand-up is because I moved to Texas a year ago and I fucking hate it. No offense to anyone. If you follow me and you're from Texas, your state's gorgeous. I just don't like it. The only thing I like about Texas is the Mexicans. But I started comedy in Detroit. I'm from Michigan. I was on recruiting duty in the Detroit area. And one of the things I love most about Detroit is the black people. I moved here from Chicago, and Chicago, they got Mexicans in Chicago, and they got black people. I live in Austin. Not a lot of black people in Austin. I asked my neighbor who happens to be black, I'm like, yo, where are all the black people at? I miss having them around. And he was like, bro, you gotta go to San Antonio for that. And then I went and did a show at Upstage Comedy Lounge in San Antonio, and it was full of black people. I loved it. I felt like I was home again. They should call San Antonio San Antoine. I fucking love that city, guys. I do. I love that city. But I'm just in a weird place. I don't know if I want to stay in Austin. I'm kind of stuck in Austin right now because I'm broke and I don't have money to move back to Chicago. If I ever made any money from the internet or comedy or anything, I would take my happy ass and I will move back to Chicago. I miss Chicago. I got off booze in Chicago. I quit drinking in that city. And so Chicago has just always got a special place in my heart because when I was in the military, I was a bad drunk. I was a pillhead. I had an addictive personality. I had severe addiction issues. I got over that in Chicago, and I've just always been drawn to the city. And I moved to Austin thinking I was going to find maybe my comedy home, or I don't feel like I fit in anywhere. And I've been doing comedy for 5 years, and I've been in 3 comedy scenes. I've been in the Detroit comedy scene, I've been in the Chicago comedy scene, and I've kind of been in the Austin comedy scene. And I keep looking for something, and I don't feel accepted. And I keep moving and going, hey, maybe when I move here, I'll get accepted. And I need to just get comfortable with not being accepted. But it's hard being in the military, because for those of you that follow me that have served, the hardest part about being in the military is the transition back into being a real person. Now, I know I was only in the National Guard and I was only a National Guard recruiter. I had 1 deployment, but I still served my entire adult life in the military. When you retire, you get that ripped right from under you. And so I've just been flailing around for the last 5 years trying to find myself. And so in that, I've moved a lot, chasing acceptance, I guess. I don't fucking know. I don't know what I'm chasing, but if I can put my finger on it, that's what it is. And I just need to get comfortable with not being accepted. If you're like me, and you served in the military, whether it's 4 years or whether it's 20 years, and you get out, go easy on yourself. I guess what I'm trying to say, I don't know what I'm trying to say. And then part of me wonders, like, I sit there and talk about not feeling accepted, but part of me wonders if that shit just isn't in my head, and it probably is. I don't fucking know, guys. I think I'm gonna wrap up. I appreciate you guys for listening to episode 7 of the Thank You for Your Service podcast. I will get better at it. Whether you're selling feet on OnlyFans or wearing the uniform of the United States military, Daddy still loves you all the same. From my house to yours here in Pflugerville, Texas, I thank you for your service.